to the Golden Pop Show. I'm your man, Rice D, aka Pops the American Dad. And to my people on Facebook, Uncle Rice.
Mr. Gold, or Gold Go, or for short, Coach G.
We appreciate everybody popping in and locking in with us today. As usual, you are rocking with the hottest father and son live Facebook,
Is there any other?
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. I don't know if there's any other ones.
If there's any other ones, y'all gotta tag them so then we can actually see what it is and we can network. But I don't think there's any other ones that's stepping away.
I mean, if it is, you know what I'm saying, send them my way.
You know,
send them my way.
Swing my way like Offset new song. That's hard,
yeah. I hope everybody enjoying their day so far because we definitely are. It's definitely still hot up our way.
Are y'all experiencing the hot weather? Drop y'all states, drop where y'all from, but drop that weather.
Heat wave.
Drop that weather because it's crazy out hip hop.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little maintenance and we'll kick it off in a minute.
No, but today was one of those days where I ain't gonna lie to you, Pops, it's hot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hot, but you know what? I always look at it like this. I'd rather it be hot than I would it be cold. Freezing outside, man. Because you know in the Midwest, you gotta really appreciate the warm days. I don't think people think about that enough.
Nah.
You in the Midwest, you better appreciate the warm days because you know what winter do.
Because it can get spicy in the wintertime.
You know what winter do.
For sure, for sure. It could be raining one day, snowing the next day, sleet the next day.
You got a jacket on. Yeah. You got a jacket on for life.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Hey, in the wind, it go past your jacket, whispering to you, that jacket ain't shit.
Exactly.
That jacket.
Exactly. If you're in the Midwest, you know that's what it's gonna feel like.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what, Go? I was watching a video and I seen a young lady and she said something that I wanted to see what you thought about it because she looked like she was in your age group.
Okay.
She said that if a man doesn't treat me like my father and my family did, if he can't provide for me, now mind you, she's not married, under 30, but if that man can't provide for me while dating like my daddy, then I don't want him because it's bare minimum if he can't provide for me to that level. And my question to you is,
give it to me.
Should a young man in his 20s and 30s be providing for his girlfriend in that first 2-3 years that they're together?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Pops. I think a lot of times we get partners and parents confused.
Okay.
A parent is going to do those things.
True.
Like on the lines of doing those things. I think a partner is going to build with you. Like you're supposed to take the game that your parents gave you, bring that game to that relationship and foundation, and then we built together.
Okay.
Because I'm supposed to take my game, my literature, my ideology, and bring it to the pot, and then we build off of those things that we're building off of, versus it being, I'm just solely pouring into you.
I'm gonna do,
or vice versa.
And no, I agree because I think from a young man's perspective, you still trying to build yourself up, and if a young lady, if she expects you to do the things that her father did for her before she moved out on her own, I feel like that's asking a bit much because you hear a lot of ladies saying, I don't want no man that I'm going to have to be like a mother to. You hear that a lot?
You hear that more often than you should. And I think, Pops, in a relationship, it's a teacher-student moment.
Okay.
I believe it's teacher-student moment on the lines of you genuinely are supposed to have that opportunity to teach your partner every day, to learn from your partner every day. I believe every day that you're moving around with your partner, it should always be an opportunity for you either to learn from your partner or for your partner to teach you something in that moment.
No, I agree with that. But I also think that we raise our kids this way, a lot of us. As fathers, our daughters rarely hear us say no. Now, I know it's going to be some fathers that's going to jump on and say, I always tell my daughter no. But for the most part, as a father, you really don't tell your little girl no too much. You tell her she pretty almost every day. Every day. So, I mean, it's no wonder she feels like when she walk outside, she the prettiest thing walking.
So my question to you and my question to everybody that's watching is, if you're getting treated that way at home, should you expect the men that you run into to treat you the way that your family treats you? Like if your family is telling you that, hey, you deserve to have slices of the moon on your dinner plate, and you deserve to have some stars in your drink for instead of having ice.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. As a father and a man that raised girls,
Mhm.
Gold, I gotta tell you that I would tell the girls that you should seek a man that is going to be able to do for you what you feel like your father, what he did for you. Now that's not saying you shouldn't be independent, you shouldn't take care of your own business, but those traits that your father instilled in you that were supposed to be important when you seek a man out, I think that a woman should look for that, but there's a caveat to it.
Okay.
But I believe also that she should be at that level herself. She shouldn't feel just entitled to it. She should be willing to earn that in that relationship. She should be willing to put in the work where that man feels as if, hey, look, I'm getting a great woman. Me doing for my woman ain't no big deal. That's why we have such a disconnect nowadays, because you don't have a lot of guys that's saying, hey, it's a great woman I got. I don't mind doing for her, because they didn't choose right. And
Okay.
I honestly believe that insecure guys, 9 times out of 10, that guy right there is a guy that chose wrong. I believe that when a man chooses right, that man's not insecure.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not gonna protest that point. I'm gonna segue because the original question, Pops, was should a woman or should a person expect the world to treat them like how their family treats them?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna segue. I believe, Pops, that when it comes down to relationship, when it comes down to problems, when it comes down to a lot of things, we're seeing the product of the "don't tell my kids shit" era. Don't say nothing to my kids.
Don't say nothing to my kids.
Don't say nothing to my kids era.
Drop a 1 if you are a don't say nothing to my kids parent. And drop a 2 in the chat if you are, you know what, I'm going to allow the outside world to also correct my child.
Mm.
And I know for some people, that's a no-brainer. Don't say shit to my kids.
True.
But for others who know, you know what, sometimes the world do have to correct your child because you ain't doing it enough. I know that ain't what folks like to hear, but sometimes you do have to realize that.
I don't know if it's my phone, but the playback keeps skipping. I don't think it's just you. I think it's us. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pop in and pop back out really quick.
Okay.
Let's pop in and pop